Hey everybody, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today is a video that I kind of wasn't, really thinking about making, but I just thought I'd get onto it because I had nothing else to do, so I thought I'd just mess around with some items in Minecraft today, more like building some traps in Minecraft. Now there is one type of trap that I can build, but I would need two people for it. Like I would need somebody else. Also, this little bunny's just talking to me. Okay. But as I was saying earlier, today I'm going to be building some of the top traps that I have seen over the internet. And yeah, we'll just see if these, how good they are. We might survive, we might die. I mean, who knows? This trap, it's called the Deadly Potion Hole. This is what you'll need for it. It's probably better to have it a bit more in survival mode. But I think we'll get the point of what this is going to do. So you're going to need a lot of dispensers, a lot of redstone repeaters. You're going to need only one of this. This plays a special part in this later, so don't you worry. You'll need 2 redstone torches, a lot of redstone pistons, sticky pistons, redstone blocks, tripwire hook, string, diamond pickaxe, diamond shovel. These two, it's best to have these in survival mode because you'll need to break stone with it. But because we're in creative mode like a savage, we don't need to. But I just have them here just in case if you guys do need them. So what we're gonna do, and you will need night vision because it will be difficult to see in the dark. So what we're gonna go do now is we'll find ourselves a caves, and yeah, I will unmute once we get there. Alright, once you find yourself a good spot, this is where the construction of the trap building comes in. First of all, I'm going to make difficulty peaceful so I don't have to worry about any mobs appearing during this. Also, it's also pretty good to have some torches in your inventory too, just in case if you don't have commands in survival mode, like if you're doing a non-cheat world, etc., all that, you don't have to worry. But what we're going to do now, I don't know if this is what you should do. By the way, this trap is made by another YouTuber. Credits go to Golden Armor for making this trap. The link to his video is down below in the description, so you guys can go check him out if you want to. I have his video up here. Obviously, you guys can't see it because I don't have the video on, but let's see here. Give me just a second. I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to start at. Alright. Alright, got it. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig this pretty far in. And yeah, if you do run into gravel, and you most likely will, it's best to replace it. Like, get rid of it. So, because it can mess you up real good. Okay, well, that's going to be a problem. Usually every time I try to make stuff like this, there's gonna always be gravel where I'm at, no matter what I do. It's just like, it's just like you feel like there's no gravel, and then after that there's gravel. It's like right there. It's like it's honestly the most annoying thing that can happen to a player who's trying to, you know, do something. Alright, so let's see, that should be far enough. So what we're going to do is that right about here, we're going to make this one a little bit lower. You know, as we're going a little deep. You know, as if we're going a little deep, you know. Just trust me on this one, alright? Before you do this, just make sure it's a couple blocks wide, then we can go even deeper, and then we'll just make it just, yeah, just honestly just crap and everything. But honestly, I don't think it's even necessary just to do it, so. Alright, so after you found your cell, after you've gotten enough room, I don't know why that's there, but I'm just gonna cover that part up. Let's see. I'm covering this up just 2 extra blocks wide, and it'll all make sense just a moment. But right here, you want to dig in 2, so your victim doesn't see where the trap is, like the wiring. Now I'm gonna do 1 video per trap, but if you guys want me to do where I do the rest of them in, then let me know. Actually, you know, I think if I have enough time, I'll do another one, but I honestly don't think I will. But if I do, I will do an extra one for you guys. So let's see. So we have this dug in bed too. I'm gonna just place this here. Again, like always, I probably should have gone in with Optifine, because then I didn't have to, you know. Alright, so you will need this, and make sure to right there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to dig behind here, and basically just mine your way around. After you've done that, what you want to do is place down a redstone torch behind it, so it's exactly right behind here. And then repeat on the other side. Once you've done that, it's now time to begin our 1 part. So as you may notice, there's nothing connected to this yet. You can if you want to, but I'd like to replace everything and make it just all plain blocks. But it's up to you what kind of choice of block you use here. But there is 1 step where you will need to use only the specific block that blends in with the terrain very well. Honestly, what I'm doing right here is not part of it, but it's up to you guys if you want to replace them all with just regular stone or not. So what we're gonna do, I think it's like this. I can't remember for sure. We're gonna place it all like this. This one might be a little bit bigger. Yeah, I think it is actually. So once you've gotten that, we're going on to this part right here. Now, obviously, I don't know how many people would fall for this trap, but if you do use it on a victim, well, then you're pretty lucky. So dig in exactly 2 blocks into this area. It all makes sense, so let's see here. Make sure it's exactly 5 blocks wide. And place 5 sticky pistons in them. So basically 5 on each side. Once you've gotten that, cover it up with stone so it's so well hidden. Let me just see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you should have exactly 10 on each side. So basically 5 on each side, which equals up to 10. If you don't, be sure. You can use less if you want to, but it's best to use it so in case your victim does somehow, you know, like not fall through, he'll have another, there'll be like a way to fall for him to fall through. You know, just make sure that he does fall through the first part, otherwise you're pretty much boned. So now on this part, so now that we've done that, it's time to add. This is where the tricky part comes in. And when I say tricky, I'm being serious. Like, it can mess you up real well. Also, make sure you do have a potions of night vision if you are in survival. You probably will need more than 1, but just for the sake. if you're in creative mode like I am, then you can just use a command that gives you infinite. Obviously, I don't want to do that because I don't want to be that kind of guy who cheats a little bit. But just for your own safety. Also, make sure that when you finish this trap completely, just don't activate it or you will die to your own trap. So, it's not worth it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do this. And then we're going to dig out into the side. Now, if you do hear the sounds, so like these, 1, 2, 3, yep, all 5 of these are pushed. If you hear the sounds of the pistons pushing these, you are doing it correctly, how it should be done. I actually probably should have done it maybe like a little bit lower, but like, I don't think it will matter for now, actually. But, okay, hang on. But just basically repeat the same thing on the other side. So, basically how I did it. Alright, now that you've done that, the trap is not yet complete. Like you would think it is. So now that we have this, you can't even tell that there's pistons right here, even if you try like looking around, unless you do this. But that is where the trap ends, I'm pretty sure. Yes, okay. So what we want to do is, usually you don't have to, but you can if you want. I prefer to do this. I'm just going to go ahead and cover this up because so much gravel. When you are done with this, break these two. I don't know why I bothered to put them there, but I put them there just to show you guys like what it would look like if you managed to execute the first parts successfully. So what you want to do though is dig down by, let's see here, to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay, this is not what I was expecting it to be. Make sure you do put it in a good area, otherwise you might end up something like this. For example, I am ending it up like this too. So, okay, so we got a problem. Okay, well, this is a problem. Hold on, maybe I'll be able to find a better area if I'm in game mode 3, which is spectator mode. So, let me look around through this environment. Okay, we're close to the surface, and if we try, okay, so this area won't work. I'll have to do it in the wall, because trying to, okay, so that's where I was trying to do it, but then it failed. Alright. Alright guys, I'm gonna need some time to think about this one. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Sorry that took me a while. I found a good spot. Hopefully this one shouldn't have a weird thing in the ground. And if it does, I am literally going to be pissed. But I think we'll be fine for now. Alright, so let's see here. So we want to dig down, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pretty much 7 for each of this area. So you can dig down by 7. Also, I spent a lot of time doing this, so that's why I said I think I needed some time to think. I needed to find an area to, I had to like legitimately find a literally clear place just to find a good spot. Also, there's some gold right there. So if you are underground and you do see gold, you could definitely consider using it, because like, okay, let me show you. Let me show you. If you were to like place like ores right here for like gold or something, and you have silk touch on your pickaxe and you mine the diamond ore and it becomes, and you get the diamond ore as a block, you can literally place it right there as a trap for any enemies who would dare to try to get it. I mean, it's just a suggestion, but it's up to you on what you do. The only thing is there are some changes that you cannot make. But many others you probably can, but you know, just take my word for it. It works. So once we've done that, so this is 7 blocks deep. I'm just gonna rebuild this because it is kind of a distraction if you do ask me. And just repeat the same thing on the other side. So I'm gonna speed this part up, and I'm gonna mute myself so you guys don't have to wait for too long. All right, so here we go. Alright, so once you've done this, this is where we're going to need our dispensers. Okay, we won't need the sticky pistons for now, or at least I don't think at all anymore. So dispensers, you will need these. Let's see here. So we have 5 on each side, so we're going to need 14. So replace all these areas with dispensers. It will all make sense later on why we're doing this. So make sure you have all 14. Once you place that down, we're going to make something called a redstone clock. You'll see what I mean by that in just a moment. It doesn't matter which corner you start from, because you'll end up going on to the opposite side either way. So I'm going to start from here. So we break this. 1, 2. Do tend to make some room, because you will need it. Like, good amount of room. Like, you will need a lot of space. So if you don't have enough pickaxes on you, and the one that you're currently using is broken, advise you stop doing this right now and go and get yourself more pickaxes. Because you will need a lot. Unless you have a crafting table on you, and then you're able to place it down, then that also works too. Alright, so I mentioned about a redstone clock. This is basically what it is. Also, you do need stone pressure plates, so they blend in well. Keep that in mind. We're going to put those away for now because we won't need them until a very long time. So it doesn't matter which one you step on, because stepping on any of these pressure plates activates the whole thing. Which is why they say this thing is deadly. Because it activates the whole thing. Now I'm going to make an opening right here. There's a reason why I'm going to do this, and it will all make sense. I'm just sticking out that far for specific reasons, but we're going to cover this part up. I'm actually going to break this part. Replace that right there. I'll put the pressure plate back on later. And then go back from the middle, and then... And, oh, well, there we go. But we actually don't want to wreck this part. We actually want to keep this here for later. And it will all make sense on why we're going to do that. Stupid gravel. You hate to see when gravel always gets in your way. So, as I mentioned to you guys earlier that we're going to need a lot of space, this is exactly what I mean by a lot of space. Because we will need it. Well, not fully complete yet, but you'll see what I mean. So, if you haven't guessed already, I'm going to speed this part up as well, but basically make yourself enough room. Alright, so here we go. Alright, once you made yourself enough room, now you don't need it this big, but it's good to have enough room, because you will, this is where you're going to need more repeaters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically place them all around here. Do not flick any of these, so do not do this, otherwise you will mess up real bad, and trust me, it is not worth it, so. Just take my word for it, okay? Like, you guys always know, just take my word for it, it works. Every time. Now, okay, obviously I did not mean to do that, but it's always good to, you know, like when it comes to, like, I know a lot of some of you guys may not, maybe just like, oh my OMG instructions, you hate to see it. It's just how it is. Okay, also don't make sure it's not like this, otherwise it's not gonna work. If you guys, in case you guys are, for those who are new to Redstone, just take my word. Place those there. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna come under here. I didn't really get a chance to adjust this part, but first of all, make some space, because you will need it. That should be good. Okay, and we should be golden and about. Up. I have this one where it lasts for 8 minutes. The usual max is like 6 minutes, but so I don't know what kind of version it would work for that, but obviously I'm in version 1.12.2. But it really depends on like what kind of splash potions you guys have. So there's one for 3 minutes and then there's 8 minutes. I think there's a way to bring it to 6 minutes, but I'm not entirely sure how to do that. Alright, so once you've done that, we're going to want to lead our redstone right here until it gets to right here. Then, okay, let me see on the video here. How's this guy do it? I don't want to unmute it because, like, I don't want copyrighted music from it here. I don't even know if it is copyrighted, so that's why I'm not going to chance it. Aha! I see, okay. Alright, so this is what we do. We want to grab ourselves our piston, but before we place it, do not place the piston right here, because if we were to activate it, it's not going to do anything. So, like from any area, like hang on, if I just bring it right there, yeah, it's not going to activate. So don't do that. Definitely do not do that. So this is where the piston comes in. We place this here, and then we place in the piston. Now, obviously, I'm going to make more room, because I can. Should be good enough. We'll need our redstone block. What the flip? It felt like this. Look, you can kind of tell that half of the world has disappeared. Oh, it's so... sorry, I wonder why that happens. Alright. So after you've done that, what we will need to do now is we're going to grab this and put it like this, okay? Need more room. And then yeah, basically connect it, and then you're good. Oh, better activate it, otherwise it won't work. If you get this, this is exactly what we need. This is exactly what we want. Now that we have that part, it's time to connect it. It's time to add it to its route. Oh, I wonder if that's going to connect from where it is. Okay, so then we just want to lead it up, basically guide it. Place a repeater right here, and then just basically connect it all here. You will need to place a repeater for pretty much every single one if you want the redstone signal strength to remain strong. So basically, and then you can end it right there. You don't need to connect it around, because by the time you activate it, you shall get this. If you got that, if you got what you just heard earlier, then you have done it correctly. If you didn't, go and fix your mistake, or rewind the video and go back and see what you did wrong, and then fix the change, and then make the change, and then test again if it works. Also, make sure you're in 1.12.2. It doesn't have to be specifically 1.12.2. It can be done in any version. But there is one specific trap that can only be done within 1.12.2 and higher, and that is actually the next trap that I will need to grab a friend for. So, yeah, if you guys want me to do that, leave a like on this video. If you guys remember my one Minecraft gameplay with some of my other friends, I was gonna do that. On that day, I said that if we got 3 likes on that video, I would do it. I kind of lost track on that, so that'll be the next video. If this video gets 6 likes, I'll do a part 2 of this part of the second trap with my friend, and I will choose randomly who it is. I'll find somebody at least who will be willing to help me out for this. They don't have to talk in the video if they don't want to, but they can. I'm not exactly sure who it's going to be. Okay, so I will need splash potions of instant damage and poison. And yes, potions of poison and instant damage are going to be a good favor, so you will need them. I'll be right back with this potion, so yeah, just give me some moments. Alright, so unfortunately, I had to load in a lower version, so I'm in Minecraft 1.11.2 right now. You can tell by the Minecraft version. I was in 1.12.2 earlier, but I had to go back down by just a tad bit, but there's a reason why. And I'm just going to tell you right now, there's a command that you can give yourself this many potions in a stack, but that's only for 1.11.2, so I had to obviously go back and do it. But now that I'm here in that version, I just want to show you guys how cool this is. I am going to delete all of these except for one right in front of me, and there's a reason why. So now I'm going to add in some potions, and we'll see if it dispenses quickly. This is just to show you guys how powerful this trap is. Alright, there. But yeah, that's how it's done right there. Now, obviously, I'm gonna reload back into the older version, so, yeah, just give me a moment. Okay, so, I'm back in 1.12.2, you guys can tell. Now, I don't know why I said older version, I meant newer version. I don't know what got into my head, but I still have these in the same area. I just can't use the command to give them this, because it won't work. Not in this version. Alright, so let's get rid of it. Nope, I did not get rid of it. It looked like I did, but I guess I didn't. Now it's kind of weird because sometimes you will experience this, so just do that. And then, yeah. I wonder why that happens. Honestly, don't know why. Okay, did I get rid of it that time? Okay, yes I did. Now, this is going to be pretty tricky, if you ask me. Now, you may think it's not going to be tricky or anything like that. Also, just to keep this area from any monster spawning to make it sound suspicious, I'm just going to put all these. It's always best to light up the room, because then the mobs won't spawn in, and then your enemies won't suspect anything. I like to do this in every single area, but it's up to you on what you guys do. If you guys want to light the room, go for it. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. Just gonna put these two here. Now, it's always kind of an idea to light this area up too, so monsters don't spawn. And that should do it for now. Now, when I mentioned the hard part, yes, this is the hard part. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough for this, but oh, I have 2 stacks, so that should be fine. Make sure that there are some good potions inside of here. So, like, make sure you place down some really, really helpful and strong potions to attack your enemy. Strong potions of instant damage 2 and poison 2 are good ones to use. Now, while I'm putting these in, I'll explain why you want to have these. The reason why you want to have them at level 2 is not because it's like anything difficult of killing your enemy, but on the odds of, you know, your enemies actually surviving and everything, but it's the fact that it won't do enough damage if you're at if the opponent has, you know, really freaking high HP. So you like to put these in. It doesn't matter how you place them in. Nope. Okay, well, there you guys go. That's an example. Once you take it out, yeah, there's no going back. So these ones are currently filled up to here. So we'll place this one in. And place down some poison. If you do run out of these potions, make sure that you have a way out, just in case for emergencies. Because stepping on one pressure plate activates the whole thing, like I mentioned. So you want to be extra careful. We got, yep, 2 more left. So I'll put in these whole 5, and I'll put in this. Alright, last one. And that's pretty much everything. Now, the most important part about this whole trap is do not step on one pressure plate, or you will literally have just realized that you wasted your time all for one stupid flipping thing. I accidentally did that once. Yeah, it did not go the way as I expected it to. So I'll just place some torches right here. Just light up that part of the room. Cover this up with stone. Replace this with pressure plates, but do not step on them, like I said, or you will activate your entire trap. Now, I'm going to crouch my way around so I don't accidentally make the mistake. Replace the torches back on here so they are covered. I saved one very important part for last, and this is the part you cannot change. Put string right here. So it will do that. So when your victim falls through, so when they get here, they will open this, allowing them to fall through and making them fall to their death. Now, the amount of how deep I went isn't the maximum. You can go as deep as you guys want. So remember, the deeper you go, the more damage your enemy will take by fall damage. And keep that in mind. Now, okay, he was kind of a bad distraction. One, like he was ripped for that guy. But the thing about this is that you want to dim the lights. So like, okay, so let me clear my effect. Is dim the lights so the strings stay unseen. So like with these lights right here, you can easily see the string. So dim the lights so that the strings stay unseen. Now you don't. Now you may not have to do this, but I recommend doing it anyway, so the enemy isn't too suspicious. Try to make the cave kind of look like normal, as if it was never, like this. So maybe about. This is just an example, guys, of what I would do. Now, obviously, don't do this for every single time, as your enemy will catch on. Oh, forgot about that part. Yeah, and then basically to finish it off, just cover these two areas, or actually just cover this area. And then when we remove these two torches, oh, you can still see it. Okay, let's go a little far deep, just so that way they're not too bright. Because they have to be like almost impossible to see them. So just do the same thing, but just get rid of these kinds. So if we go over here, yep, how it is right now, you can't even tell that it's there. Like even if you were to like, even if you zoomed in without the fun, like it's like impossible to tell. Like you just cannot even tell that it's there. So I'm just clearing this light out and this area out for some light, because it is gonna be there are gonna be mobs spawning around, and I don't want that happening. Yeah, once you have done all this, your trap is ready, pretty much. The only thing you need to do now is just wait for somebody to fall to their death. So basically, if your enemy's after you, I would attempt to be like right here, and then just crouch, just waiting for them to come in. And the moment that they make their way, trying to get to you, they're gonna get themselves a huge surprise. Here, I'll show you guys what it's gonna look like in Game Mode 3. So this is the whole layer, and everything we placed in. I don't know what's weird with that glitch. It's kind of creepy, I know. There's a lot of things in here, and then this is where all the traps are. Remember, do not touch these when you're placing in the potions, or you would have just messed up. Now, if you're in survival mode, this will probably take a long time. But because I'm in creative mode and I used the command, it was actually pretty freaking easy. Doesn't mean that it's always going to be easy, guys, but just trust me on this one. Sure, making traps are fun and everything, but they do look simple, but it's not as easy as they look. Because they do require a lot of time. So now what I'm going to do, I have keep inventory on. And I'll apply it to me just in case. I'm just going to build this just in case. Let's grab myself a diamond sword, and then let's grab ourselves some diamond armor. What would be the best armor to use this? Because diamond armor can actually protect you. Oh, and make sure difficulty is not on peaceful. Make sure it is on different difficulties. Otherwise, yeah, you're pretty much gonna live. Otherwise, your enemy is pretty much gonna live it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use I think iron armor, I would say. So let's go with chainmail. I don't think we've used that armor at all. Let's suit up. Alright, now that I'm suited up, and yes, I have keep inventory on. So, the moment has come pretty much. I don't know if this is actually going to work. Because most of the times I've done this, I have lived a lot. So, hold on, maybe it'll be a little bit easier if I, just do this. Nope. I just damaged myself a little bit. Boom. Really? Okay, maybe more than that. Maybe more. Nope, I keep putting in the same thing. I didn't take the damage from it. Okay, so by the time I should start losing some hunger. I'm just gonna take my other one just to get to full health. Okay, so I'm at 9 and so I'm at 9.5 hearts. So basically, I'm at 19 health overall. Cause believe it or not, every heart is 2 HP. So 10 hearts times 2 is basically 20. All right, well, let's see. Was our trap a successful or not? Let's see. Okay, I didn't expect it to kill me that quickly. And that kind of lagged a little bit there. But still, you can get damaged so quickly by those, you can't do anything. I unfortunately don't think I have enough time for this one. I'm thinking I'll end it up with maybe like an explosion video, maybe, or something. Maybe I should start doing some TNT explosions or something like that. Could do it. Okay, well, we don't need any of this anymore. Boom. So we don't need that. If you guys are wondering how I did that, just hold shift and then just left click on destroy item and it will remove literally everything. It's a pretty cool useful technique, but it works. So, yeah, I pretty much showed you everything of how the trap works and everything, what you can do with it. But it kind of reminds me, there's one other trap that I want to show you. All of these traps that I'm showing you guys, which are one of the best kinds that I like, basically top 5, basically these top 5 traps, all credit goes to Golden Armor for making these, for making this tutorial on how to make these 5 traps. So, yeah. Let's see here. This one trap can be used by yourself, or you can have a friend, or trap any mob with it. It really all does matter. It really doesn't matter what you do with it, but freaking rain. Yeah, it says I was killed by potion using magic. Now, I'm not sure if it works in 1.12.2, so you may have to go down to a lower version where you go through and then it activates. But let's see here. You will need redstone repeater, redstone, whatever that is. That's pretty much it for now. Also, I'm going to grab some stone because you will need a platform. Oh, that's right. We need ourselves a sticky piston. Okay, we can turn our difficulty back to peaceful. This trap can be used to trap mobs and everything, but it won't kill them. And that's fine, just remember that. So literally build this exactly at a window. Any enemy or friend will be trapped inside of this. And we have this part right here. So no matter what tool you use, even with efficiency 5, the hay bale breaks exactly the same speed like as a normal fist, making this an inescapable trap. So we're going to place down exactly to this. Hang on. Let me see. Okay. So basically what we want to do is come over here and place down something like this, I think. I think that's how it is. Place down, I think it has to be, does it have to be close or it's separate? Give me a second, guys. Alright, so this is what we do. Place 2 here, place 2 here. Now place this and make sure it's on that, otherwise it's not going to work. Place 2 here, place 2, this is where a lot of people can mess up for this one, but make sure it's facing this direction, not like this, otherwise it's not going to work. It'll all make sense just a little bit, guys. So grab some redstone. Now this part right here, there needs to be a redstone repeater, but it needs to be on 2 ticks, so go ahead and flick it once, and then place the redstone right there. The next step is getting the piston set up, but we already got that part, so if you already did that like I did, then you don't need to worry. For those who haven't done it, I'll build the exact same structure, for example. Just like this. I'm only building it just like this part. For those who haven't done it and who have everything else, just place it like this and repeat on the other side. Let's see here. For this one, I'm pretty sure. Okay, give me a moment. Alright. So this time, we're going to place a piston right here. Like, this is what's going to close the trap. And make sure it's like this. Make sure you have another piston facing down this way and place the redstone block right here. It will all make sense in just a little bit, but just trust me, guys. Just trust me. Just trust me on this one. And let's see. I think this is everything. Yep, okay, there's one more step. Break this part, just place 2 of this, and then place another, I think, block right here. Place in the tripwire, and then place your one piece of string right there. And now, you are set to go. So the next time that your victim or whoever falls through that one pit, like a creeper for example, these pistons will activate. I'm going to show you what this does. Keep in mind, guys, in survival mode, if your friends are in survival mode, they'll get pushed. They won't be able to get out. They'll be pushed around non-stop. So this thing lasts literally forever until you deactivate. Okay, and then this is basically how you deactivate. Yeah. And yeah, that's basically the trap on how to do it. So if you guys want me to do the trap that you need to be in 1.12.2 or higher, let me know. I'll bring on a special guest on during that time. I don't know who it's gonna be. Maybe a fan. Maybe the real Cyberarmy. Maybe Mel. Maybe Weird Wonders. Let me know who you guys think. Let me know who you guys think I should do the next trap with. Let me know. Subscribe if you're new. If the subscribe button is not gray and it is red, press it and make it gray. Help me reach my 500 sub goal. Leave a like. I'm cracking 56 gaming, and I will see you guys all with a brand new video. Peace out, peeps.